You may have heard of Pan Am or Pan American World Airlines, and as you may know, they have gone bankrupt. So if you want to hear the complete story, don't run away and watch to the end.
Pan American World Airways, better known as Pan Am, considered as a shining symbol of American ingenuity, the golden age of air travel. Its blue globe logo was synonymous with luxury,
Innovation and adventure. But by the early 1990s, Pan Am's reign had come to a sudden and tragic end. The story of its downfall is a mix of ambition, mismanagement, and forces beyond its control.
The seeds of Pan Am's decline were sown in the 1970s. The airline had spent decades building a global empire, pioneering jet-age travel with transatlantic and trans-Pacific routes. It was the first US airline to offer commercial jet services and to fly the iconic Boeing 747.
But as Pan Am expanded aggressively, cracks began to appear. Unlike its domestic competitors, Pan Am wasn't allowed to operate within the United States due to federal regulations, which forced it to rely solely on international routes.
This lack of robust domestic network left Pan Am vulnerable to changes in the global market.
In 1978, the Airline Deregulation Act reshaped the industry, allowing new competitors to enter the market. As fares dropped and competition grew, Pan Am found itself ill-equipped to adapt.
Other airlines with strong domestic and international networks like Delta and United quickly took over it. Pan Am's operational inefficiencies became glaring and its costs spiraled out of control.
The energy crisis of the 1970s compounded the problems. Fuel prices skyrocketed and Pan Am with its fuel-hungry fleet was hit particularly hard. The airline's decision to expand further during this period, including its costly acquisition of National Airlines in 1980, proved disastrous.
The purchase was intended to give Pan Am a domestic foothold. Integrating the two carriers was riddled with operational and labor issues. Instead of solving problems, the merge drained the airline's finances.
Financial mismanagement worsened Pan Am's woes. Despite its glamorous image, the airline struggled to modernize. Its fleet became outdated and its premium service model no longer aligned with the passengers' shifting priorities. Meanwhile, Pan Am was selling off valuable assets, including the iconic Pan Am building in Manhattan and its profitable Pacific routes, in a desperate attempt to stay afloat.
Tragedy struck on December 21st, 1988, with the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Loughborough, Scotland. The attack killed 270 people and devastated the airline's reputation. International travellers grew wary, and bookings plummeted. The airline faced mounting legal and compensation costs, and the Loughborough disaster marked a turning point from which Pan Am could never recover.
The Gulf War of 1990 to 1991 dealt the final blow. Rising fuel prices and a sharp drop in international traffic during the conflict pushed Pan Am to the brink. By 1991,
In the last-ditch effort, it sold its remaining routes and assets to Delta Airlines. December 4th, 1991, Pan Am ceased operations entirely, leaving thousands of employees out of work and marking the end of an era.
Pan Am's fall from grace was swift and dramatic, in a story of missed opportunities, external shocks, and an industry in constant evolution. Airline declared bankruptcy.
Today, its legacy lives on in aviation history as a cautionary tale about perils of overexpansion and the unforgiving nature of competition.